So today's video is gonna be a little different. Now, if you guys don't know, I recently sold my Mavic 2 Pro, me shooting real estate content. I sold that drone and bought this Mavic 3 Classic for mainly one thing. They updated the Spotlight feature. Basically what that means is wherever I kind of tap in the remote, that camera is going to be locked in on that subject. So if we turn everything on, right now when I bought it, it has this ND set, which I think is Polar Pro. And this is a rotating CPL with an 8 ND. So let's turn it on. I'm gonna check the remote to make sure that I won't need any extra ND. All right, looks like we're not too bad exposed. I think with another ND, it would probably be a little too heavy. So I am screen recording on the remote now. Now again, the importance of all this is that the basic top-down shots in real estate, whether you're showing a location, I'm gonna try to show this pond right here, if not maybe a house nearby, but that's the thing. You can't just have the top down, even the top, just like the top turning, you know, type of shot, or even just like the pan around the house. That's not it anymore. You can't do the bare minimum. When you do the bare minimum, you're gonna be paid the bare minimum. So when you step up the notch of your level, your quality, and your strategy, with also making these drone shots turn into camera transitions, that's when you level up. Now, I am new to the remote. I will let you know that these touch remotes are not the best responding. The toggles, everything are fine. I switched to f5.6. I'm gonna keep everything 400 is the lowest. Then you can go to 800 and I believe 3200. And the GPS, I think I have to fix something with that. Double pull down is how you do screen record. And screenshot, Bluetooth, I think I'm just at like at normal, just like, I think I'm at just like 5300 or 5200, like 5300 white balance. So let's pop it up and I'm gonna be showing you the main features that you want. And you want to get to start using on sport mode. Yes, you can use cine. Yes, you can use neutral. Sport mode is where you want to be at. Because if you can be fast and quick, but also professional and get your shot, then that's what you need. All right, so I'm gonna try to sync this by making a little signal here. They have a, I'm sorry, you're in selfie mode right now, so if anything's flipped, I'm sorry. Sync this up. I'm sure I'm gonna be syncing it by now. So I'm gonna do a downshift. I'll be 3, 2, 1. All right, hopefully I can somehow sync that in post. All right, we're gonna take off. We are by some trees.
Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
All right, and we're up. So I have not done an official, I've done a test fly. I'm gonna go a lot higher so that people can't hear the noise around me because I'm in a neighborhood. All right, and so, but down here, those shadows get muddied. So that's why you are gonna want to overexpose when you're right here. So I'm gonna end up, oh no, not on auto. So here we are. This is a pond in my local area. And again, I'm still literally getting used to controls, but some good features that I found is what you're gonna wanna do. You can use waypoints if you are that sophisticated yet. I am not at that point yet, and I'm gonna be using Spotlight. And Spotlight got an upgrade in the Mavic 3 Classic. But the only feature I, again, was shocked about is it has 5.1K, but I'm just gonna shoot 4K 60. But let's say, again, I want to look at the park right there in the middle. Let's end 3x zoom. Now again, this is still, I believe, zooming in, cropping in on my image. This is not 4K. At this point, this is pretty much 1080p. So, but it's still good enough if you can possibly use some AI enhancements in post. You know, there's some advantages, disadvantages. This sensor is a Hasselblad sensor, not the DJI sensor, but it only has one lens. Some of the other ones, the DJI Mavic 3 Pro has 3 lenses. The Mavic 3 Airs have 2 lenses, a 24mm and a 70mm. This unfortunately is stuck with the 24, but in my opinion has the better quality sensor. So this is what I'm going to be tracking. So actually, let's fly. I'm going to go down further a little bit. Let's focus on this park, because parks, again, no, I'm not going to zoom in on any kids. YouTube, don't ban me. Oh, all right. I'm going to get myself set up at a good angle, and I do have a rule of thirds line graph. And so what I'm going to do is press, I believe, Spotlight, where are you? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's automatically on Spotlight if you don't know. So all I have to do is actually crop my image right there. Create. All right, so you see it there. I'm actually going to go back to normal mode, not sport mode. When you're on, so see, I'm only pressing forward, and you'll see, there we go. You want that little pin marker. That's what you want. So there, look, I am literally only doing straight. I'm not touching the tilt, not doing anything. And the camera is tilting, having that point stay in the middle. So these are types of transitions that you can do to where you are farther away, you can zoom in close. So this is, I'm gonna show a clip. I shot this with the Mavic 2 Pro in this same mode, which kind of works in the Mavic 2 Pro, but would be insane on this Mavic 3 Classic. So it's where I'm shooting the realtor on the balcony and I move up towards it and then kind of do another drone transition. And so again, imagine I'm talking about the park and I want to get a good shot. So I'm going to go backwards. I'm only going, actually, yep, now there we go. I'm only going backwards right now. And now I'm gonna go there. Oh, sorry. Okay, see, it kind of lost it. I used that left tilt. So I'm gonna reset it. So I'm gonna go back forward, and it's gonna, I believe, try to lock in on the feature it wants. There we go. So it's locked in on it. Now I'm going to go backwards, and I'm gonna go towards the bottom right. All right. Again, this is me practicing with a spotlight, but this, if you can envision it and get good at spotlight, that is the main focus of what I'm practicing on. And so you can see the pin did move, but I'm only going straight right now, and it's still doing it. So I'm gonna go down now. I'm going straight and going down. And I'm not gonna go too close to scare the kids. So you see why this is such an important feature when making transitions, is because when you speed ramp in between, because you see in the shot that I did that I'm showing you, the speed ramp that you're gonna make, the one I did there, even though I used some After Effects stabilizer tracking, it still isn't perfect. This upgraded spotlight makes sure that when you do that speed transition, and I'm gonna try to actually use a little bit of this recording. So I'm gonna go backwards now, only going backwards, not doing anything else. And I'm doing a little bit of that tilt. I am doing that tilt, and it is adjusting, I believe. So again, I'm not a master at this. I need some other people to help with this, and I honestly think this isn't a great, thing to be focused on. But again, this is the thing. So here, let's try redoing it. So we're above it. I'm gonna recenter at that. All right, so it got it. And I'm gonna make sure that pin pops up. So I'm going to make sure it tracks it. You might have to move a little. So again, what I used to do with the Mavic 2 Pro was use POI and rotate, and then I would make my transition. So then I would go backwards. Actually, nope, that's going down. I don't want to do that. So right now I'm going up and backwards, which it doesn't appear to me moving as fast. I don't even know if it knows I need to go backwards. Okay, it does. But that's the thing, that's honestly what I used to do, and it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna stop that. Okay, I'm gonna move that. Press stop. And so I would use Spotlight with POI. And so that's kind of how I would do the transitions before to make sure the movement was smoother. Now let's try on something else. Let's actually try on a house. So let's go back over to, actually I have to quit Spotlight, I believe. There we go. Now I think technically you want to zoom in, like be actually the drone physically close to your mark point so that it is exact. But I do not want to get too close to these guys' houses right now just because it's not professional. I'm just doing this literally to test it. So again, if I wanted to make a little zoom in rotate, let's actually try it. I think we're going to be cool. All right, so we're going to go. See, that it's keeping it there. It's tilting right there. So that physically only, I can hear it now. I physically only went down, so I went down and I went forward. So that was pretty good. So now all I'm gonna do, like say you have that, you're gonna make a cool transition with your speed ramps. You're still gonna wanna go up, but you're gonna wanna go backwards. And then when you go backwards, tilt it to the right a little bit. Get some of that extra movement. And there you go. Again, I'm not a pro. So here, again, and the Spotlight I think is a little off. So I'm gonna go forward again. But I'm gonna push to the right like that. And the Spotlight is going a little wacko on me. So that's why I believe when you Spotlight, I believe you actually need to be very close to what you want to track. And it needs to be fairly open. Like waterfront properties, this is super easy. Get in front of the house on the water, track mark like their boat or something, or the screen door, something that stands out, and then move on from there. So again, it's back on the house. So I'm going to go forward like this. And I'm only going this angle. And I'm gonna try to rotate around the house as I go backwards. And then backwards. Okay, it's kind of going wacko on me. But as you can see right here, I do have some room behind me. So I'm just gonna go backwards. I'm literally, again, just going backwards. And it's tilting the camera literally to keep everything like that. And see, that was the perfect tilt. That's the angle I should have gone from the beginning, because when you're in real estate, you want to show that there's water and ponds here. So I should have gone from that backyard mode, that view, because then it automatically tilted. And I'm going to try to show you that again. And I don't think I would actually want to zoom as I do that. That would want to be like a separate transition. Going back to sport mode, it's getting a little slow. But again, I'm only going forward and it's still tilting down on the home. So again, let's do this. Again, you might have a transition where you are going up like this. You want to go up and have a little tilt to it, like let's go the other way. Sorry, up and tilt like that. There we go. But then backwards. Boom. It's tilting that. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not, again, not a professional, and it's still trying to keep it kind of steady. But that's what I mean. So to sum up this video, use Spotlight. I need to do more information and research on it. But again, as I'm doing this, that's the importance. That it's very, very much smoother than anything that you could have done on the Mavic 2 Pro. And I'm gonna see if there's something far away. Like, let's see. Will it track this baseball mound right there? Too small. All right, that's what she said. All right, there we go. Now I am going to head over there. And again, it needs to try to get that spot. Okay, see, it's tilting on it. And I want to move it right there. Again, it's not going to be perfect. But let's say I want to rotate around. And again, this is useful because it moves and tilts the camera for you. You do not have to be an insane pro to be able to use a drone and get good transitions. So I'm going to, because you have to know where you're going to go. I have to know if I move this, where is it going to go, and where is the camera going to end up being. I want to rotate around behind that baseball field. So this is where I'm going to move. So that's basically where I want to be for that wrapping transition. But I want to go high. I want to be able to zoom out, and even in vertical, still get some of that pond. All right. It's not getting as much of the pond as I want, so I'm gonna go down and to the left. Down, I'm going, oh no, I'm going backwards. Sorry, that's not down. Down and down, physically down, going down now, and backwards to the left. Now I want this tilt up towards the baseball field. Sorry, towards the pond. And that's what I'm getting. So it's not perfect. I didn't make that one perfect. So let's actually go forward now and down. Forward and down might tilt it up. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna physically tilt up a little right now. All right, we're overexposed at this point, pretty much. But again, it's locked on a tree. That's not a very good thing to lock onto. And let's see if I go down. All right, I'm physically going down to the left. Nope, that's just not gonna work, I know. All right, but I'm in cine mode. You can see it tilting, which is why that you need, it's different for these houses that are literally everywhere. Sometimes you need to do those top-down rotating shots because sometimes there isn't enough room to make a crazy transition with Spotlight. You're gonna have to stick to it for quite a bit. So that's why. I'm gonna turn off Spotlight. I'm going to go back to sport mode, which you should be getting used to sport mode by now. If you are not already, you need to start getting good at sport mode. I don't go down. I physically just hold it down the whole time, and that is going to get you the physically quickest landing that you can get. So this screen recording is either gonna hopefully be on the SD card. I was up in the air for I think 25 minutes. It said I was on that last. I didn't get a warning. I've never gotten a flying warning with this for being too low on battery, which we know that's what everyone hates. Gotta make sure it fits on, get that in. This little case is a pain, but I do know it's useful. I know its uses. Hopefully pop this guy back in. I think it's a little iffy, but it'll be good for now. So I have my color checker FX3 mics. I was planning on filming some content tonight, but I think I'm just gonna get this video out for you guys. Let me know what kind of time works for you guys best, but obviously it's YouTube nowadays. No one really cares. That's what people asked 10 years ago. But actually, again, last video did very well. I think it's at about almost 400 views now, and we only have 100 subscribers. So again, if you guys are interested in real estate, my Instagram is official David Bronner. It's going to be in all the videos, every description. And make sure you are actually subscribed, because again, I was watching the series from Lens of Jared and I realized I wasn't subscribed. So I clicked subscribed. So if you're interested in filmmaking and just getting better as a videographer in general, maybe you're a realtor and you want to do your own videos, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next episode.